Welcome to this channel. In this video, I will show you how to set up custom and standard event. If you are running a conversion ad campaign on Facebook or Instagram, you will definitely need to set up custom and standard event. That will help you to track whatever actions people are going to take on your website so that your advert can perform well and deliver and give you the results you're looking for. If these settings are not done properly, at the end of the day, you won't get the results that you are looking for. So I'm going to take you through a step-by-step process of how to get that done. Now, before I continue, as you can see, I'm currently running an ad campaign. This is an ad campaign I'm running for a client. As you can see, water purifier conversion ad campaign. We come here. I have in the last 30 days, for example, I have got about 137 purchases. 137 purchases. And I want to let you know that if you are running an ad campaign and it's not delivering, by the time you would have finished watching this video, you can take a time to follow the link in the description there. You can follow the WhatsApp link in the description to contact me for help. You can also follow the link to my website to book for my services. Okay, so let's go into the details. Now, to set up standard and custom events, you have to come here and click on Event Manager. I was already in Event Manager, so I'm just coming back to the Event Manager where I was. So when you come to Event Manager, for example, it will bring you to Overview, where you can see averagely your events that are available and how they are performing. Okay, so if you come to, you can see data sources. So you come to data sources and then check the pixel that you have. This is the only pixel that is on this ad account. So if you come below here, you will see page view and input data active. So these are two events that are active. Now I need to create more events and then customize them for the advert that I'm going to run. So there are two major types of event. We have standard events and custom events. So first of all, we are going to go with the standard events, and then we'll also go with the custom events. Now, to set up standard event, you have to come to your pixel and click on settings. When you click on settings, you scroll down and you will see event setup tool. So you can click and open event setup tool. So they will ask you to put the website. Okay, so you can put the website, your website there. So for example, this is the domain, this is the website URL. So when you click that, it will open. Now when it opens, so using the event setup tool to set up a standard event, this is how it works. You can either track a new URL or track a button. You can track a new button or track a URL. So what exactly are we saying? So if you are to track a URL, you are to track a certain link. And what you are saying is that anyone who clicks that particular link should be considered either, it could be a purchase, it could be add to cart, it could be initiate checkout, or whatsoever processes that you want to select. So for example, if I come here, as you can see, when I click on track new button, what do you call it? When you scroll down, let me just, okay, so as you can see, it is saying that click on a highlighted button to set up your event. So it means that if I want any button here, so for example, let's say if I had wanted to track this submit button, I just have to click on it. And once I click on it, it will be tracked, it will be taken, the system will pick it up and I will name it. And so that particular event, I will set it up. Now, I will actually go ahead to set up one event for you to see how it looks like. But I just want to demonstrate to you first. If I also want to track a URL, the first one was tracking a button. If I want to track a URL, so I also click on track URL. It will ask me to select the event I want to track. For example, whether I want add to cart, initiate checkout, lead, purchase, add payment info or whatsoever, I have to select one of them. And after that, I confirm whether this is the URL I actually want to track. If you don't want to, if the URL you are tracking is not on the current page, you need to navigate to the particular page that you want to track. So what it means is that if I track this one, for example, as view content, it means that anyone who views content, the system will pick it up as a what do you call view content. When someone actually comes to this page, the system will pick it up as view content. So on this particular page, I don't want to track anything, but I'll proceed to go to the next page where I want to track something, and I'll let you see. So I actually want to go to a different page on this website. So I'm going to the mosquito killer. Okay, so I'm on the mosquito killer now. So here, I want to track a button. So what is the button I want to track? I want to track that anyone who clicks on submit form, anyone who clicks on the submit form button is a purchase to me. So I want to classify this submit form as a purchase. So I'll click on track new button. In fact, I could either track the new button or track the URL. In case I want to track the URL, I have to actually submit the form. And the thank you page, if I submit the form, this is the thank you page. So the thank you page, this is the URL. So anyone who submit the form, the person will be brought to this particular thank you page. So in that case, when I track the URL, anyone who purchases, I will know that the person has actually purchased because the thank you URL will be captured. That is it. However, I earlier on set up a custom purchase event, which is capturing that particular URL for a different product, because the website is for different products. So in that case, I don't want to actually capture that particular URL, but I still want to capture the purchase button. So in this case, I'm going to set up the submit button as a purchase for this particular product. So I'll click on track new URL. And so tracking the new URL, this is the submit form URL is what I'm going to track. So the submit form are on different part on the website. They are on different part on the website, but whichever they click is submit form. And at the end of the day, it will be tracked. So I'm going to click on submit form. Then they are asking me to select. So I will select it as purchase. And then I've been asked to put a value. So for now, I'm not including any value. The inclusion of the value actually helps you to determine maybe if you want to calculate your return on investment, you can use the include value option. You can choose it if you know averagely how much a purchase for how much a purchase will cost, how much. What is the value of a purchase to you? If you know the value of a purchase to you, you can choose that particular option. So you can also decide to choose the value, because one thing about it is that when you choose the value of the purchase to you, it can help you to calculate your returns on investment. So for example, when you come here, let's check if we can just choose one value here. As you can see here, there are several options depending on whatever the person is going to choose. So what it means is that if the person select this, it means that will be the value of a purchase. If the person select this, that will be the value of a purchase. If the person select any of them, that will be the value of a purchase. But you can choose not to include the value. It's not mandatory. It only helps you to calculate your return on investment if you want the Facebook system to calculate it for you, or if you want them to spend to help you in such a way that you will never spend beyond what you are spending, what you will get as a, what do you call it, for a sale. The value of a sale to you is if you want it, if you want to set it in such a way that it will never spend beyond the value of a sale to you. This can help you. Okay, so for this one, I will leave it. I will select that for now. And then you select one of the options. For example, you could actually choose, you could, when you select one of the options that are shown here, that will be selected as, for example, I clicked on the first option. So it is indicating here that one piece is now 18,500. Now that you've selected a price, we are able to autofill prices on other pages. Okay, so that is the value of the pages. So you come and then you confirm. So as you've seen, that one is done. So set up a new purchase button. So the button is submit form. Anyone who clicks on the submit form, the purchase will be triggered. Then we just need to, if we have more buttons or more URLs to track, we just click here. Any button we want to track, we click here. Any URL we want, we click here. If we are done with all of them, for example, depending on your website, you could track for add to cart. You can track for initiate checkout. You can also set up for submit registration form, because for some people, purchase may not be submitting a form, but it will actually be checking out with your debit card, paying with a debit card or PayPal or whatsoever, and getting a transaction receipt. Okay, so whatever it is, when you are sure you are done, you have finished the setup for all the tools, all the events, you click on finish setup, and then you finish. Okay, so we are done. Okay, so we have set up the event. Then we can also set up a standard a custom purchase event, a custom event, not just purchase, custom event. So if you want to set up the custom event, you will come here and click on custom. Then you come and click on create custom event. So for the custom event, we use it basically to define, maybe you may want to track a certain event, and either the name or how you want to actually, whatever you want to track, it is not part of the standard ones that are recognized by the system. For example, the standard events recognized by the system normally are maybe purchase, we could have add to cart, initiate checkout, and all that. In some cases, maybe that how you define a purchase on your website may not be how the system defines a purchase, because the system will define a purchase as if you actually pay for something, and then at least you normally will have a transaction receipt at the end of the day. Or maybe typically buying an e-commerce product, buying, let's say, pomade, or buying, let's say, a device on a certain e-commerce website. That is typically a purchase. But as I showed you here, in this particular on this particular website, submitting a form to me is a purchase, because when someone submits a form, the person has actually purchased it and will follow up to deliver to the person. So a purchase to you may not be exactly what a purchase is to the Facebook platform. So you have to define not just purchase, any other event. So for example, let's say that I want to define a purchase here. So let's say I have a purchase, a custom purchase event, or I can have, let's say, submit registration. So I can have a submit registration, which may not be exactly recognized by the system, and I want to define it in my own way. So you will name it here, then you indicate your source, which will definitely be the website. Then you indicate whether all URL traffic or leave. Let me just start it again. So you put a name here, and then you come here, indicate whether it is, if the URL contains or is equal. Contains means that, for example, if let's say whatever you want, let's just come to a sample website. So let's say that we want anything that has thank you in it. You see, this one is mushkan.com/thank you. This one, so we could track whether we want anything that has Mushkan in it, the main domain, or anything that has a certain component. So for example, if we want to track any part, any URL that contains the thank you, so it means that if it is mushkan.com/thank you, it will be tracked. It is, if it is mushkan.com/thank you/ something else, it will still be tracked because we want the thank you, anything that has a thank you option. So in that case, if we indicate contains anything, that any URL that contains a portion of what we are tracking in it, it will be tracked. However, if a particular, if we choose equals, it means that if the total URL, the exact URL doesn't, if the URL is not exactly what we are choosing, then that particular part will not be tracked. So for example, if I choose equals mushkan.com, so it means that if the URL is mushkan.com/something, it means it will not be tracked because it's not exactly equal to each other. So in that case, mostly I advise you to choose contains if your goal is to get any portion of a URL containing whatever you are tracking. So when you choose that, after that, you click on create custom. When you put a name and then you put here whether contains or equals, and you click on create, it will actually create. But because I don't intend creating one, I don't want to fail all those forms, and so that I will not create a new custom conversion because I'm not creating any new conversion right now. If you do all that, at the end of the day, you will set up your custom event and your standard event that can track whatever events you want to track in your conversion ad campaign. And at the end of the day, it will give you very effective results. So when you do that and you are done, when you are creating the conversion ad campaign, you will now, when you come, for example, let's say we are creating a sales ad campaign or conversion ad campaign. We are using the manual setup. Then when you come to the ad level, the ad set level, you will come here and choose, for example, let's say that I'm choosing the purchase, the event here. Let's say that I'm choosing the custom purchase. Okay, a standard, what do you call it? I'm using the standard purchase event because the one I set up was a standard purchase. Now, in order, they are telling me that my event may not be optimized for conversion because they haven't received any activity from the conversion I selected in the last 14 days. So I have to come here and actually take that action. So as you can see, I want to fill the form and then put my details. I've selected one and I'm submitting the form. So I have submitted it. Now, when you submit it and you come to the event manager, and then you come to overview, my own was a standard event. So I have to go to the data sources and check that it is supposed to appear here, but it will take up to an hour to appear. So within an hour or more, I will see the purchase event that I just purchased. It will show here and it will be active. If it doesn't show, or if it is not active, know that your event is not active. And so when you run the advert is not going to deliver well. It is not going to perform well because the event, even when someone buys, the system will not recognize it. So you have to wait to make sure that the testing that you've done is actually active before you can run the advert. And by 1 hour time, if I come and refresh it, it's supposed to appear. If it doesn't appear, it means something is wrong. So when that happens and you come and refresh here, this warning will not appear. So you can continue to set up your ad campaign to the end. Now, if you need guidance on how to run an ad campaign, a conversion ad campaign, you can check the link above. You can also follow the link in the description. I have followed links in the video description, how to set up a purchase, what do you call it, a conversion ad campaign. I've put a detailed description of how to do that. I've also put a detailed description of how to set up, you follow the link to that video. You can also get how to set up a traffic ad campaign. You can also get up how to set up your pixel, how to connect your pixel to your website. You can also get a video on how to verify your domain. All those are in the video description. Yeah, if you take time and follow them, at the end of the day, your advert is going to perform well. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. There are more other options I have for you, other videos as I just described. If you also follow and you are not able to get any solution, remember to put your comment in the comment section. You can follow the WhatsApp link to WhatsApp me. It is in the description, and I can help you get your advert done at a very affordable cost. Thank you so much once again, and bye bye. See you in the next video.